since I made a video. A lot has happened in the past couple months. Some really good things and some hard things. And I thought I should make a video and we can catch up a little bit. I'm calling it Sketchbooking and Catch Up. So I'm gonna be doing like a nice cozy little sketchbooking session, and I'll do some voiceover and talk about just some of the things that I've been experiencing since I started this journey of trying to build an art career. There was just a little clip before that was from a show that I did that I was really lucky to be able to do at a ceramic studio and shop. They host like local artists for a couple months at a time, and there was a little reception and everything. So that was a really cool experience. And then I also did a art market recently, like a holiday art market, which was my first time doing that. And that was a really great experience. I learned a lot. So yeah, I'm going to talk about some of those things and also some of the challenges. Like I've kind of faced a lot of imposter syndrome and feeling like I'm not gaining success as quickly as I might like. So yeah, there's a lot to kind of chat about. And yeah, I hope that you stay along. So I'm using the Talons sketchbook. I recently went to Artists and Craftsmen, which is my favorite art supply store, and I got this Talons sketchbook with a really cute corkboard cover, and I still have to put my stickers on it. Maybe I could do that too later. And then I also got this pen, which I've been really liking. I haven't typically not been a huge, I haven't used ink when I sketch. I usually use pencil, but I've been watching a lot of Megan Wang's videos on YouTube. She's amazing, and she inspired me to get into doing some sketching with pens. I know she likes fountain pens, but I'm a little intimidated, so I just got this. It says it's Pentel Stylo, but it's got like an interesting little tip, and it's been really nice to use. And then the last thing I got when I went to the store the other day was some new wax crayons. We'll do the influencer thing where you're like, does this do anything? And they're the, I don't know how you pronounce this, the Neo color Caran d'Ache ones. So I got these colors. I have some other ones too, but I just wanted some freshies. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little sketchbooking, and we'll chat. Hello, this is voiceover Julia. I usually really like to put these videos on kind of in the background while I draw or craft, so hopefully you're doing the same. But yeah, I guess the last video I made, I was very optimistic, I was very gung-ho, and that was back in beginning of September, and I kind of did the classic thing where I went really hard and nothing happened, and I got disappointed and kind of burnt out. And then in October, I definitely was going through some depression. I have been unemployed, so there was like a financial stress component. But I did also have some really cool experiences. At the beginning of September, I was notified that I got into this art market that's in Philadelphia where I live, and I was super excited about that because it was a juried market, so Well, they had a lot of vendors. They were looking for something in particular, and I got in, which was really amazing. Um, and then I kind of did the classic thing where I was struggling and I wasn't as productive as I would have liked. So when November came around, it was really a crunch to produce as much stuff as I possibly could for the art market. Yeah, and then when I actually got to the market, I was definitely an emotional roller coaster because I had put so much work into it and had built up so much excitement, and I only sold one thing the first day, which now I've learned is a bit of a rite of passage. A lot of people go through this experience, but I was definitely disappointed, and had to hold back tears. Um, but the second day I did a quite a bit better as far as sales go, and I also feel like I learned a lot about how to make stuff more marketable and what kinds of things people are looking for. And I have a lot of product ideas now that came out of that, so I feel like it was a really useful and ultimately fun experience. I met a lot of other artists and makers there that I connected with, and that was really cool. So, but I definitely the first day was feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't belong here. My stuff is not of the same quality as other people's. These are real businesses, and I'm just in my bedroom making stuff. So, yeah, and I think there's been a lot of that feeling like my stuff isn't good enough. Um, and also feeling disappointed that, at least as far as finances go, I've made some money, but not very much. And I would really like to, I suppose my goal is to make like a part-time salary at least on my art, and I'm definitely nowhere near that. Um, but another good thing is that I started going back to therapy, and my therapist made me take some time to think about, since I've started really prioritizing this only a couple months ago, I have had a show, I've had a market, I've sold some stuff. So I think I saw this thing on Pinterest once that somebody had written about forcing yourself to bask in your achievements like a lizard in the sun. And because otherwise, you kind of inadvertently teach yourself that trying isn't worth it if you never have that period of enjoying your success. So I've been trying to take that into account. Say, I feel like I'm in a much better place now. I have a new part-time job, which I think is perfect because I need some financial stability, but also still want to have time to work on my art. Um, and yeah, I hope that if anybody is watching these videos, that they take some comfort. If you're also going through maybe trying to go on an art journey or any particular journey, it's been a lot of mistake making and a lot of failure, but at the same time, I feel like I'm learning a lot. Like I kind of feel my brain expanding and new neurons doing whatever they do and synapses and etc. Um, and that feels good. Um, and I think that I'm just going to keep going and learning. And one thing that's been really helpful is this idea of practicing on stage, which I got from Creative Pep Talk, a podcast that is really great if you're on the creative journey. And yeah, just putting myself in front of people, putting myself in new situations that are outside of my comfort zone has really led to the most growth. And I'm proud of myself for that. So I'm just going to let the rest of the video play out and vibe with some little lo-fi, and then I'll meet you at the end. Thanks. Before I finish the video, I wanted to just show you some of the things that I'm offering in my Patreon monthly art mail club, the Artsy Adventures. So this is the Gnome and Frog print. I should have taken it out of the plastic, but you can see it on my Instagram and on my website, which are linked in my bio. So this was the first month's rewards, and it's also on sale on my website if you really want to get a print. And also I do stickers. Obviously the text is backwards, but it says "I love my inner goblin," also available on my website. This was 1 month's prints. And I have a lot more. I'm excited for December's rewards. You can see them on my Instagram. So I hope that you'll follow along on my journey to try and build a sustainable art career. Link to my Patreons in my bio, link to my website, and to my Instagram. And follow me here on YouTube. Thanks. I hope you have a really wonderful winter season. I hope that you get to slow down and do some cozy things. Bye.